been saying, for the last 2 or 3 months that I'm having trouble hearing myself on the show.
Okay.
Remember last week when Rollo was like, I can't hear Dustin, and everybody's like, oh, let's keep going, though.
Ouch, Thorn!
It's not absolutely the worst.
It's not been great. There was one week where it was like the predominant one. I was like, hey, maybe I should come down. And that was the last time ever I would ever suggest that.
Hey, this is John from Meltdown Island's TikTok feed, and I'm here to welcome you to Roses and Thorns. Ow!
Roses and Thorns. This is everyone's favorite part of the show. It's where we wrap up today's discussion, our stories, our meltdowns, our PTSD enlightenment. And we put it all in a nice little rosy and thorny bow for you to put around your neck and wear for a week. And say, I'm back next week, and here's my Roses and Thorns for this week. The screens are blinking out.
Yeah,
it's
Adam.
Out there.
Adam's video is reconnecting, so it's kind of like
mine's popping up and out. And
I'm gonna go ahead and give a Thorn to Skype once again for acting weird.
Well, then you'd have to give yourself a thorn for that as well, Mike, because you're the one that said we're leaving Skype. Next week we will not be on Skype, and you were a little hardball about it. And I wouldn't call you out if you were like, I'm all hardball right now, and I'm making stances, and you guys feel free to call me out later if I don't hold up to this. And that's the only reason, Mike, that I would ever say.
Ouch, Thorn!
All right, I'll take that Thorn, because I did say, wait a minute, how the hell am I in Adam's box now? What the hell's going on? Oh, that's so weird. It's so weird. Why
I give you a rope for being so awesome that you get 2 boxes in the show.
I guess so. I think they're both slightly different angles, right? Yep. They're both my 2 cameras.
Slightly to the right so that you can go like this. And then you can go, hi there, I'm Mike. And I've got something to say. Oh, yeah? Well, here's something else.
Just like the story on Becoming Everyone is what Mark says.
Yeah, no, very much so.
There you go.
The more angles you have, the more it looks like there's movement in the show, and there's points of view, and it's all one shoot. Oh, shoot. I should have me a kid. Oh!
Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready, Dustin?
Right.
You're going to keep quiet for, it might take as long as 2 minutes to read this, so do you think you can
Start the clock.
Quiet for that long?
Start all the clocks in the world.
Oh, boy. Adam's taking bets right now and seeing if you can actually be quiet.
I'm quiet.
Okay, here we go. You were on your way home when you died. It was a car accident, nothing particularly remarkable, but fatal nonetheless. You left behind a wife and 2 children. It was a painless death. The EMTs tried their best to save you, but to no avail. Your body was so utterly shattered you were better off. Trust me. And that's when you met me. What? What happened, you asked. Where am I? You died, I said, matter-of-factly. No point in mincing words. There was a truck, and it was skidding. Yep, I said. I died? Yep, but don't feel bad about it. Everyone dies, I said. You looked around. There was nothingness, just you and me. What is this place, you asked? Is this the afterlife? More or less, I said. Are you God? You asked. Yep, I replied. I'm God. My kids, my wife, you said. What about them? Will they be all right? That's what I like to see, I said. You just died, and your main concern is for your family. That's good stuff right there. You looked at me with fascination. To you, I didn't look like God. I looked just like some man or possibly a woman, some vague authority figure maybe, more of a grammar school teacher than the Almighty. Don't worry, I said. They'll be fine. Your kids will remember you as perfect in every way. They didn't have time to grow contempt for you. Your wife will cry on the outside, but will be secretly relieved. To be fair, your marriage was falling apart. If it's any consolation, she'll feel very guilty for feeling relieved. Oh, you said. Ooh. So what happens now? Do I go to heaven or hell or something? Neither, I said. You'll be reincarnated. Ah, you said. So the Hindus were right. All religions are right in their own way, I said. Walk with me. You followed along as we strode through the void. Where are we going? Nowhere in particular, I said. It's just nice to walk while we talk. So what's the point then, you asked? When I get reborn, I'll just be a blank slate, right? A baby, so all my experiences, everything I did in this life won't matter. Not so, I said. You have within you all the knowledge and experiences of all your past lives. You just don't remember them right now. I stopped walking and took you by the shoulders. Your soul is more magnificent, beautiful, and gigantic than you can possibly imagine. A human mind can only contain a tiny fraction of what you are. It's like sticking your finger in a glass of water to see if it's hot or cold. You put a tiny part of yourself into the vessel, and when you bring it back out, you've gained all the experiences that it had. You've been a human for the last 48 years, so you haven't stretched out yet. and felt the rest of your immense consciousness. If we hung out here for long enough, you'd start remembering everything, but there's no point to doing that between each life. How many times have I been reincarnated? Oh, lots. And into lots of different lives, I said. This time around, you'll be a Chinese peasant girl in 580 AD. Wait, what? You stammered. You're sending me back in time? Well, I guess technically time as you know it only exists in your universe. Things are different where I come from. Where do you come from, you said? Oh, sure, I explained. I come from somewhere else, and there are others like me. I know you'll want to know what it's like there, but honestly, you wouldn't understand. Oh, you said, a little let down. But wait, if I get reincarnated to other places in time, I could have interacted with myself at some point. Sure, happens all the time. And with both lives only aware of their own lifespan, you don't even know it's happening. So what's the point of it all? Seriously? I asked. Seriously? You're asking me for the meaning of life. Isn't that a little stereotypical? Well, it's a reasonable question, you persisted. I looked you in the eye. The meaning of life, the reason I made this whole universe is for you to mature. You mean mankind? You want us to mature? No, just you. I made this whole universe for you. With each new life, you grow and mature and you become larger and greater intellect. Just me? What about everybody else? There is no one else, I said. In this universe, there's just you and me. You stared blankly at me. But all the people on Earth, all you, different incarnations of you. Wait, I'm everyone? Now you're getting it, I said with a congratulatory slap on the back. I'm every human being who ever lived, or who will ever live, yes. I'm Abraham Lincoln, and you're John Wilkes Booth too, I added. I'm Hitler, you said, appalled, and you're the millions he killed. I'm Jesus, and you're everyone who followed him. You fell silent. Every time you victimized someone, I said, you were victimizing yourself. Every act of kindness you've done to yourself. Every happy and sad moment ever experienced by any human was or will be experienced by you. You thought for a long time. Why, you asked me, why do all this? Because someday you'll become like me, because that's what you are. You're one of my kind. You're my child. Whoa, you said incredulous. You mean I'm a god? No, not yet. You're a fetus. You're still growing. But once you've lived every human life throughout all of time, you'll have grown enough to be born. So the whole universe, you said, it's just an egg, I answered. Now it's time for you to move on to your next life. And I sent you on your way.
McGettigan, everyone. McGettigan.
But yeah, I thought that was a pretty cool story. I mean, it's like, it really subverts a lot of your expectations when you keep reading as you read it on. You know what I mean?
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
5
totally.
minutes. That's 5 minutes. I was quiet. That's 5 full minutes.
Yes,
is-
Kurt Brinker, you are Whitney Houston and every woman. Absolutely. He's getting it, guys. Kurt's getting it. He's having an awakening.
And I think you want
So, I don't know. Is that it for today, guys? Let's move on to...
Oh, no. I feel like we're just getting started.
Oh,
Right.
Is today going to be a 5-hour stream?
I mean, maybe. Why not?
I don't know. It's
What's
exhausting
stopping
to be on a show with you, Dustin. You don't even know what it's like.
Ouch, Thorn!
I mean, Adam just yawned like he was that old guy. who
I
was
mean,
60
I only got
years.
like 4 hours of sleep. I actually got COVID tested this morning because I have a colonoscopy on Wednesday.
Oof.
So I did like wake up and at like 7 and then go to like drive for an hour and then get a thing shoved down my nose. So I'm just tired.
Was it
has
as
nothing to do
terrible
with
as they say? The whole thing?
Yeah,
of,
it was bizarre and awful.
I kind of want
weird.
it.
Yeah, no, it's worth experiencing. It just kind of makes you feel like you got the drip, you know, like the nasal drip.
Post nasal.
But like eyes are watering and you feel like it's there for like an hour.
I dared him to try it because my nose is so messed up. There's no way they could even.
It
find
might fix you. Oh, you know, the inside of your nose. It's like. Would you say it's kind of like a labyrinth?
I would say it's kind of like a labyrinth.
Okay. Because you know, duck vaginas are also labyrinths. So maybe a duck penis
duck
would
vaginas.
clear you out really well.
Ouch, Thorn!
Probably corkscrew. I mean, a good old
People say I look a lot like a
corkscrew duck.
I just heard Audra laugh from the other room. I think that might have been the first time she's ever laughed at the show.
Hey, we might start getting female viewers then.
We might
Hi,
start getting
females.
female viewers again. Is that what you just said?
Welcome to the newest and improvediest all-male show for women.
I just want you to get a duck penis up your nose. That's it.
Thorn!
That's
Any final thoughts on the short story The Egg, or on commenting or police brutality or what's going on right now or anything like that?
Everybody's nose is somebody else's duck vagina, Mike, and that's the point of the short story.
It's all right to make the penis connection.
Oh, there it is. The quote brought it all the way back home. Look at him. Beautiful. He might be half asleep right now, you guys, but that's when your mind really starts making connections.
I just love Mark Mikula's commentary.
Yeah, he's great.
It's the best part of the show.
Yeah, when he's not here, it's felt. The Hallmark Channel presents Meltdown Island. Oh, yeah? Well, I'm changing. I am not going to be the same person that you knew yesterday.
Oh, that's I see what you're doing. You're trying to do a Hallmark acting kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. You can see me acting. You can tell.
I put you in a show one time.
Oh, yeah.
I still regret that.
Ouch, Thorn! Ouch, Thorn!
I brought the limp back to acting.
Sorry, it goes back today.
It goes my character. You got a limp.
You did a great job in the show. All joking aside, that was a lot of fun to have you in the show. But I remember your comment was that you hated being in shows because they had too many words.
No, I mean, it's just that there's sometimes I've got words too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you got a script. You get the script delivered.
Ooh, dang!
Thorn!
You gotta look at the camera though. You gotta look at the camera for it to work.
I know. I just missed it when I whipped back.
Came back to the wrong spot.
You ready?
All right, Mike. So how do you feel about today?
Don't get to enjoy it. I don't really get to enjoy my own face when I do the whip pan with my head.
Read some. Oh no! It's so aggressive. I love it.
Of course you do.
I need my own reaction box too.
Yeah, you know what? Dustin, get another camera, and I will get you a reaction box.
I've got one. We'll get this going. If this is a thing we could do, because it would help editing the show, it'd be
reaction
hilarious.
cam. Oh. Well, Adam says that his internet shit bad, so he's out for Roses and Thorns. So I'm going to give a thorn to Adam's internet as well.
Ouch, Thorn!
As Skype, I'm giving them that thorn. I'm going to give a thorn to the sheriff deputy of Lapeer, Michigan.
Ouch, Thorn!
For having a noose as one of his profile pics and being a racist, homophobic idiot.
What was that? He's a sheriff of where again?
Lapeer, Michigan. He's a sheriff's deputy. At least that's what he says on his Facebook profile. And I personally found him a very disgusting piece of work.
So wake up! And that's Mike's POV, and that's what I gotta say, and that's my 3 cents. Something.
And that's my 3 cents.
So take that, Rose. Alec Baldwin's head pivot in 30 Rock is what Mark says. It's brilliant.
It's kind of like that. I mean, now they can 3D model me in the future after I'm long dead. They can use this show to 3D model me and be accurate with my body and head.
See, you might laugh. Look at me in the other camera. You might laugh, Mike, but I have something to say to that guy right there.
Look at me in the other camera.
You might laugh at that, but one reason I started this show, and I've started
was to capture data from me so that you could build me in the future when I'm dead.
Well, so that I could build.
Ouch, Thorn!
There could be a better and richer version of myself.
Oh, for you, I see. That makes sense. That makes much more sense.
And my offspring, imagine great. I'm the great grandchild of Ben Franklin. So if I could look back, watch his life, and be like, "Oh, look at you, Grandpa! Oh, look at you, great."
So the conversation could go like, well, fortunately, William Gardner, your great grandfather Dustin had a web series that never took off. And we've captured all of the data from it, and we're able to recreate him. Unfortunately, we don't really see a point.
Ouch, Thorn!
But that's why I've written the albums, bro. See, I've got all of it. I've got different sides of the angle.
True.
I got different points of view for the emotional context.
You are the egg, man. You are the egg.
Yeah. Don't think Dustin Wayne Looper started comment augmented music isn't going to get me there too, Bob, because that's just stream of consciousness. That just lets them know the algorithm's a little more thicker over here.
Any other... Oh, you know what? I wanted to give you a rose today, Dustin, because I would say that you were a little bit more focused today than normal, I think. Either that or maybe I was just ignoring you better. I'm not sure which one it was. Either you were staying on track better, or I was just ignoring your insanity a little bit better. I'm not sure.
Ouch, Thorn! Ouch, Thorn!
I get white noisy at a certain point, and you know, that's the mic. I'm not sure, Tim. Maybe you're not being as judgmental, which I give you a rose for.
Really?
No, I think maybe that you're just being a little more like, hey, Dustin's a regular guy, and I'm not like all right. Judge Judy up in here today.
Really?
No, I think.
Thank you for the passive-aggressive roses.
You're so welcome, bud. I got passive-aggressive roses for you for days.
Oh, really?
No, I think.
Yeah, I know you do. Any other thorns, roses, anything?
I mean, a thorn to our political system and the denial of the R&Tz week. What a weird alternate
Adam's
universe.
Adam's comment's pretty great.
Go ahead. When we reconstruct your great consciousness, he immediately had a meltdown and accused us of not doing enough of it.
Ouch, Thorn!
That's it for today's show. As always.
What?
What? What do you mean, what?
As always, we would like to say we love you, America. And we know that you're having some growing pains right now.
I mean...
But together, we can all be pirates of the future.
Be pirates of the future? But pirates of the future?
Thorn!
What a great show. Great viewership.
Yeah, great viewership. Great engagement.
Great engagement. Great engagement of the mighty.
Hey, everybody, let's do that thing that we always do. On 3, we're all going to say it together. I want Dustin to get rich. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I want Dustin to get rich.
How you doing? Listen, can you do me a favor and go subscribe to my YouTube channel? Please? All you have to do is click on my name, go to my page, and press this, okay? There's going to be a big fat subscribe button right in your face. Can you please press it? I would very much appreciate it if you was to please press it. For everybody who's willing to do this for me, I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you. And if you're not willing to do it, I still love you and I still appreciate you. Have a beautiful day, okay?
Hey, thanks for watching this episode of Roses and Thorns. We are live every Monday at 4 p.m. Happy birthday to Mike McGettigan. Please tap that subscribe button. It doesn't do anything for you. It doesn't cost you anything. You may not ever even notice we show up on your feed. You know what I mean? But it means everything to us. It really means the world because we could make money from YouTube. Let's go!